Hello, welcome back. It's Homebrew BBQ HQ. Today we are making stone ground mustard. Well, I'm not even gonna grind it. I'm just gonna throw it in. And you know, mustard's one of those things that I absolutely love, especially when you make it at home. You get to experiment, do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Comes out amazing. So let's get to it. First off, little explanation. You're gonna get 3 different types of mustard seeds. In this recipe, we're using yellow as well as brown. Now there's also a black mustard seed, and it kind of goes in terms of spiciness from black is the spiciest, brown, and then yellow is a little bit more mild. We're going with these two. It's the recipe I've come up with and I really enjoy it. The secret ingredient for this recipe today is going to be Tajin, which is basically just a bunch of ground up dried chilies and salt. It's like a Mexican seasoning you put over fruit and stuff like that. I found that adding that into the mustard just makes it so incredible. So let's get started. We've got 6 tablespoons of that yellow mustard seed is going into just a little mason jar here. We got just a little mason jar. We've got 2 tablespoons of the brown mustard seed. We've got 2 tablespoons of that Tajin is going in. And then 1 tablespoon of ground mustard. So we got all our dry ingredients in, and I guess I should have explained this a little bit. The process of doing this is super simple. We got our dry ingredients, our seeds, that mustard powder, the Tajin, and then we're just gonna soak it in a liquid of your choice, whatever you want. Today we're gonna be using some beer, because, you know, we're Homebrew BBQ HQ brew. So basically you just soak it overnight. That's all you really gotta do. There's a couple ways that you can go about this. If you want it more of like a creamy style mustard, you can put the seeds in a spice grinder and get them nice and ground up to the texture that you want, and then throw it in and let them soak. Or like I'm doing, I prefer to leave them whole. I like that nice grainy mustard texture. Plus the little seeds act like when you bite into them, give that little flavor pop, and I just really like that style. So we're gonna let this soak overnight, and then the next day it's done. You can, at that point, if you didn't run it through a spice grinder and you want it a little bit, you know, thicker, you can run it in a mortar and pestle at that point and just kind of break up those seeds. It, you know, just kind of thickens it up. That's why I added the ground mustard. It's going to act in that place. It's going to add kind of as a thickening agent so that the seeds just aren't sitting in liquid. So those are in. Now we've got our wet ingredients. We're going with 2 ounces of apple cider vinegar, as well as 8 ounces of whatever Mexican lager you want. We're going with Modelo today. So that's just going in. And probably should have poured that a little slower. Wasn't thinking about the salt in that Tajin. And so we got a little bit of an explosion there. So slowly pour this in this time. And just kind of stir everything up, break down that foam that's, you know, created from the carbonation in the beer. Okay, so everything is now incorporated, stirred up, good to go. We get the lid on. And that's it. It is that simple. It takes 5 minutes. And the cool thing about this, like I said, is you can put whatever you want in it. Do some wine, do a little beer, vinegar, you know, mix and match with the seeds, however spicy you like it, whatever, you know, you want to put in it. Sky's the limit. Maybe some dill. Dill would be good. So this is done. We're going to go to this one, which I did yesterday. And you can see what I was talking about. All those the little seeds just kind of plump up. They soften up. And along with that ground mustard in there, it just kind of thickens it up to where it's a nice little paste. This is great on like avocado toast, sandwiches, whatever you're using it. But let's give it a try. It's just a really good, straightforward, pretty mellow mustard. Like I said, I wasn't trying to go too spicy. That's why it was mostly that yellow mustard seed. I just love the little burst you get from the seeds when you're chewing into it. It just adds such a nice texture. So that's how to make mustard. Super simple. You guys, we'll see you next time. Again, we're Homebrew BBQ HQ. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.